If you've ever wondered why so many cruise passengers end up sick after eating on board, you're about to learn the cruise food secrets that never make it into the brochures. What I'm about to reveal could be the difference between an amazing vacation and spending half your cruise in your cabin bathroom. Today, I'm breaking down the real reasons cruise passengers get sick, the food safety gaps crew members whisper about off-camera, and the simple steps you can take to avoid cruise food poisoning completely. Before we get started, hit subscribe so you never miss smart cruise advice that helps you travel with confidence and enjoy every moment on board. Number 10. Eating from unwashed hands at self-serve stations. Most passengers go directly from touching door handles, elevator buttons, and handrails to serving themselves at buffet stations without washing their hands first. This seems like a minor oversight, but it creates one of the most common transmission routes for illness on cruise ships. Your hands carry bacteria from every surface you've touched throughout the ship. When you grab serving utensils at buffet stations, you transfer those bacteria to the handles that hundreds of other passengers will touch immediately after you. Then you touch food with those same contaminated hands. This creates a perfect transmission loop, where illnesses spread from person to person through shared serving utensils and contaminated food items. The solution is simpler than you might think. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water immediately before entering any dining venue, even if you used hand sanitizer earlier. Find the restroom or hand-washing station near the buffet entrance. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, making sure to scrub between fingers and under nails. Dry completely with paper towels. Use that same paper towel to open the door when leaving the restroom so you don't recontaminate your hands on the handle. Enter the buffet area and proceed directly to get food without touching your face, hair, or phone. You break the contamination chain that transmits norovirus and foodborne bacteria between passengers, dramatically reducing your risk of getting sick. Number 9. Choosing the wrong seating location in dining rooms. Where you sit in the dining room matters far more than most passengers realize. Many people accept whatever table assignment they're given without considering how seating location affects exposure to airborne illnesses and contaminated surfaces. Interior sections of dining rooms with low ceilings and poor air circulation become hotspots where airborne particles from sick passengers linger and spread more easily. Tables located far from air vents and windows recycle contaminated air throughout meal service. Additionally, high-traffic areas near buffet entrances and drink stations accumulate more surface contamination as hundreds of passengers touch surrounding chairs, walls, and fixtures. Smart cruisers request seating near windows or air vents in well-ventilated sections of the dining room, away from high-traffic buffet entrance areas. When you first board, visit the main dining room during embarkation day before it opens for service. Walk through the space and identify tables positioned near exterior windows or clearly visible air vents. Note the table numbers in these locations. Contact the dining room maitre d' or head waiter and request assignment to one of these specific table numbers, explaining you prefer a location with good airflow. If your assigned seating is in a poorly ventilated interior section, politely but firmly request a change to one of the locations you identified earlier. You sit in areas with better air circulation that flush out airborne contaminants more effectively, reducing exposure to illnesses spreading through recycled air. Now that you've secured a table with cleaner airflow, the next risk is what's on your plate, because the buffet's visual warning signs can expose you even faster than the air ever could. Number 8. Ignoring visual warning signs of food contamination. Walking up to a buffet station, most passengers focus on what food looks appetizing without examining the serving area for warning signs that indicate contamination risks or improper food handling. This oversight can lead you straight to the most dangerous food on the ship. Food that looks perfectly fine can be sitting in the danger zone temperature range where bacteria multiply rapidly. Serving utensils that have fallen into food containers contaminate everything they touch. Sneeze guards positioned too high or missing entirely allow airborne particles and customer contamination to reach food directly. Sauce or food spillage around serving containers indicates poor cleaning protocols and potential cross-contamination between dishes. You need to visually inspect every buffet station before taking food, looking for specific warning signs that indicate contamination risks. Approach buffet stations and scan the entire area before touching anything. Look for serving utensils that have fallen completely into food containers rather than resting in designated holders. Check whether sneeze guards are properly positioned at face height and covering all food items. Examine the area around serving containers for spills, drips, or accumulated food debris that suggests poor cleaning. Notice if steam is actively rising from hot dishes or if cold items have condensation, indicating proper temperature control. If you see multiple warning signs at a particular station, skip that entire section and choose food from a different area that shows better maintenance. You avoid contaminated food stations that other passengers don't recognize as risky, selecting only from properly maintained areas with visible signs of good food safety practices. Number 7. Worst time to eat at the cruise buffet. Secret number 7 might be the most important thing you learn today, and it has everything to do with timing. Eating at the cruise buffet immediately when it first opens for any meal period, whether breakfast, lunch, or dinner, puts you at serious risk. The food sitting out when buffets first open has often been prepared hours earlier and held at temperatures that create perfect breeding grounds for bacteria. Professional galley staff know this, which is why you'll rarely see experienced crew members eating during these initial service periods. The cruise lines don't advertise this because they need to handle massive crowds that descend on buffets as soon as they open. They're betting most passengers won't notice the difference in food quality between the first wave and later service periods. One couple I knew missed 3 port days and spent over $400 on ship medical consultations, all because they got sick from eating old buffet food on day 1. The simple solution is to wait at least 30 minutes after any buffet officially opens before getting your food. Check your cruise app or daily schedule for official buffet opening times. Add 30 minutes to that time and set a reminder on your phone. During this waiting period, use the time productively by enjoying your balcony, reading, or taking a walk around the deck. When you arrive at the buffet after the 30-minute mark, the initial rush has died down, and fresh food items are constantly being brought out to replace items that have been sitting under heat lamps. Focus on stations where you can see staff actively replenishing food, as these items are the freshest. This single strategy can save you hundreds of dollars in medical expenses and missed excursions by ensuring you eat fresh food instead of items that have been sitting in the danger zone for hours. Once you stop eating at opening time to avoid old buffet food, the next layer of protection is realizing the risk can follow you into specialty restaurants too, so you need to watch hygiene, not just timing. Number 6. Hidden hygiene risks in cruise restaurants. Secret number 6 revolves around a practice that even experienced cruisers often miss, and it's all about understanding the hidden risks in cruise restaurant hygiene that nobody talks about. The ship's specialty restaurants are often considered safer than the buffet, but there's a critical detail that most passengers never consider. The same kitchen staff that prepares buffet food often rotates through the specialty restaurants during their shifts. This means that if there's a contamination issue in the main galley, it can easily spread to what passengers assume are completely separate dining venues. Crew members know to pay attention to something most passengers never notice: whether the restaurant staff are changing gloves and washing hands between different food preparation tasks. In the rush to serve hundreds of meals simultaneously, these basic hygiene protocols sometimes get shortcuts that can lead to cross-contamination. What you need to do is observe the open kitchen areas when possible and look for consistent hand washing and glove changing. If you see staff handling raw ingredients and then immediately touching prepared foods without changing gloves, that's your signal to choose a different dining venue. This knowledge can save you from joining the statistics of cruise food poisoning cases that spike during busy sea days. A retired teacher from Ohio told me she avoided a norovirus outbreak that affected 12 other passengers in her dining rotation, simply because she noticed the kitchen staff weren't following proper hygiene protocols and chose to eat elsewhere. Quick pause, because what we've covered so far is only half the risk. The next few secrets involve things you can't see, can't smell, and would never suspect. But they're exactly what crew members quietly avoid every single day. Number 5. The cruise temperature danger zone explained. Secret number 5 is something that could completely change how you approach cruise dining, and it's related to one of the biggest cruise mistakes to avoid that I see passengers make repeatedly. The The temperature danger zone is real, and it's everywhere on cruise ships. Unlike restaurants on land that can quickly refrigerate leftovers, cruise ship buffets keep food warm for hours using heating elements that don't always maintain safe temperatures. Professional galley workers know that certain foods are much more susceptible to bacterial growth when held at these intermediate temperatures. Dairy-based dishes, seafood items, and anything containing eggs or mayonnaise become increasingly risky the longer they sit out. The cruise lines can't advertise this because it would create panic and logistical nightmares, but the staff absolutely know which items to avoid during extended service periods. Your strategy should focus on choosing freshly prepared items and avoiding anything that's clearly been sitting out for extended periods. Hot foods should be steaming, and cold items should be genuinely cold to the touch. If something feels lukewarm, that's the danger zone where bacteria multiply rapidly. This approach can prevent the type of severe cruise stomach illness that sends passengers to the medical center and ruins entire vacations. A couple from Texas shared with me how following this temperature rule helped them avoid the food poisoning outbreak that affected over 20 passengers during their Caribbean cruise last year. Number 4. Cruise ship water secrets that upset stomachs. Secret number 4 addresses something that most first-time cruisers never even think about, but it's absolutely critical for cruise travel safety. The ship's water systems are completely different from what you're used to on land, and this affects everything from ice cubes to the water used in food preparation. Cruise ships produce their own fresh water through desalination processes, and while this water meets basic safety standards, it can contain mineral concentrations and chemical treatments that sensitive stomachs don't handle well. Experienced crew members often stick to bottled water not just for drinking, but for brushing teeth and even rinsing fresh fruits. The cruise lines promote their water as perfectly safe, which it technically is, but they don't mention that the adjustment period can cause digestive issues for passengers who aren't used to these mineral profiles and chemical treatments. Smart cruisers bring their own bottled water or purchase it on board for the first few days while their systems adjust. This includes avoiding ice in drinks unless you're certain it's made from bottled water, which it rarely is in the standard bars and restaurants. This simple precaution can prevent the mild but persistent digestive issues that plague many first-time cruisers. A retired nurse from Florida told me that switching to bottled water eliminated the low-grade nausea she'd experienced on her first 3 cruises, something she'd previously attributed to motion sickness. And here's the part most cruisers don't connect. The same onboard systems that can upset your stomach with safe water can also move illness through the ship's air. So next, I'll show you the exact dining room spots crew quietly avoid. Number 3. Air circulation tricks to avoid norovirus. Secret number 3 might surprise you because it involves understanding the cruise norovirus risks that go far beyond just hand washing. The ship's air circulation system plays a huge role in how illness is spread, particularly in dining areas where hundreds of people gather simultaneously. The recycled air in cruise ship dining rooms can carry airborne particles from sick passengers much more effectively than most people realize. Professional staff know that certain seating areas in restaurants and buffet spaces have better air circulation than others, and they use this knowledge to protect themselves. Areas near air vents and exterior windows typically have better air circulation, while interior sections with lower ceilings can become hotspots for airborne transmission. The cruise lines can't advertise this without creating panic, but the information is absolutely valuable for protecting yourself. Choose seating in well-ventilated areas whenever possible, and avoid crowded interior sections of dining venues during peak meal times. If you notice multiple people coughing or showing signs of illness in a particular dining area, relocate to a different section or come back later. This strategy helped a family from Michigan avoid a norovirus outbreak that affected their entire dining rotation. They noticed several sick passengers in their assigned dining room and successfully requested seating in a different area with better ventilation. Number 2. Buffet contamination. Risks most cruisers miss. Secret number 2 involves understanding cruise buffet dangers that go beyond just food temperature and hygiene. The self-service nature of cruise buffets creates contamination risks that simply don't exist in traditional restaurants, and most passengers unknowingly contribute to these problems. The serving utensils at buffet stations are constantly being handled by hundreds of different people. many of whom don't follow basic hygiene protocols. Even worse, passengers often use the same serving utensil for multiple different food items, creating cross-contamination between dishes. Crew members know to use fresh serving utensils for each item they select and to avoid touching any surfaces unnecessarily. They also know which buffet items are most likely to be contaminated based on their placement and how they're typically served. Your action plan should include using hand sanitizer before and after visiting any buffet, using separate serving utensils for each item, and avoiding foods that require you to reach over other dishes. Items placed at the front of buffet stations are typically safer than those requiring you to reach across multiple other foods. This awareness can prevent the type of cross-contamination that leads to cruise dining safety issues. A retired teacher from California credited this approach with keeping her healthy during a Mediterranean cruise where several other passengers became ill from buffet-related food poisoning. Number 1. Industrial kitchen secrets that cause food poisoning. The number one secret that could save your entire cruise vacation involves understanding something that cruise lines absolutely never want passengers to think about: the connection between cruise kitchen cleanliness and the massive scale at which food is prepared on board. Unlike any restaurant you've ever visited, cruise ship galleys prepare thousands of meals simultaneously using industrial processes that would shock most passengers. The sheer volume of food preparation creates opportunities for contamination that simply don't exist in smaller-scale operations. Professional galley staff know that certain preparation methods and food storage systems are designed for efficiency rather than optimal food safety. They understand which menu items are more likely to be affected by these industrial preparation methods and adjust their own eating habits accordingly. The cruise lines can't acknowledge this because it would undermine passenger confidence in their entire dining operation. But understanding this reality can help you make much smarter choices about what to eat and when to eat it. Focus on simply prepared items rather than complex dishes that require extensive handling and preparation. Choose menu items that are prepared closer to service time rather than elaborate dishes that might have been prepared hours earlier and held at serving temperature. This insight can prevent the severe cruise food poisoning that ruins vacations and creates lasting health problems. A couple from New York told me that understanding these industrial preparation realities helped them enjoy their cruise dining without any digestive issues, while several other passengers in their group experienced significant problems. The truth about cruise ship food safety isn't about avoiding cruise dining altogether. It's about understanding the unique challenges and risks so you can make informed decisions that protect your health while still enjoying your vacation. These cruise line secrets exist because the industry prioritizes efficiency and profit margins over complete transparency about food safety risks. But now that you understand these realities, you can navigate cruise dining with confidence and avoid the mistakes that send thousands of passengers to medical centers every year. Which of these cruise food secrets surprised you the most? Drop a comment and tell me what you've noticed in cruise dining. If this helped you, hit subscribe for more cruise hacks most passengers never hear about. And don't miss the next video on your screen: 15 cruise mistakes to avoid. It covers the small mistakes that cost seniors the most money and stress. Next week, I'm exposing cruise cabin upgrade secrets and the crew codes that can make you far more likely to score a free upgrade. So you'll want to be here for that. Remember, a safer cruise isn't about luck. It's about knowing what to avoid before it happens.